Yo, what's up everyone, HB Wong here, welcome to another video of Epic 7. So today we're going to go over the developer notes for December 6th for next week's major update. So a lot of exciting things to come in this game, and we're going to also do 18 summons on the Diane banner so that I can get to do another Moonlight summon, and let's see what we get there. It will be the second Moonlight summon on this account. So yeah, a lot of exciting stuff. Let's go ahead and go through it. I already read through it once, so I won't go completely in depth to it. You guys can always read this on your own. I'll provide the link below. So the first thing is that they're gonna introduce a new raid type labyrinth. So it's very interesting. It's gonna require 2 labyrinth compasses instead of our usual one. It is a lot more difficult, they say, especially in the hell difficulty. They say that is one of pretty much the most challenging content in PvE. So that means that it is even harder than like the world difficulty, especially like in the 1010 area. So it's going to be one of the more challenging one, they say. And so there are bosses in this raid, as you can see. Each of them gives specific rewards, and you can only defeat them once per week. They will after you defeat them, they will respawn after the next week. And usually they say that like you should be able to defeat at least 1 raid boss per attempt at the labyrinth. But if you are strong enough, you might be able to take down one quick enough where you can actually hunt an additional raid boss. So that's that. Some of the rewards includes new item set effect, items that's exclusive to raid boss monster, and Galaxy Bookmark. So there is another way to attain Galaxy Bookmark, and they're gonna introduce it in this labyrinth, which is really cool. Because the only way for us to get Galaxy Bookmark is to get those gold crystal kind of thing, and have to get 6 of them and then get the 5 Galaxy Bookmark. And we all know that in order to get 1, you have to do 20 summons. If not, you wait for a whole month for the daily login, and you'll get 6 as well as there. So awesome, is giving us another chance to do the Galaxy Bookmark. So next week they will have the normal difficulty first. The hell difficulty will come out 2 weeks afterward. And so I'm hoping that the Galaxy Bookmark and all is also available in the normal difficulty. It would suck that if that Galaxy Bookmark is only available in the hell difficulty. I'm hoping that is in both difficulty, and just hell you get more, right? So I'm hoping that's the case, and not that it's just in the hell difficulty. But moving on, so that's the new raid type labyrinth. Very exciting. And then now we get some new set equipment that's being introduced. It doesn't show like if it's 4 items or 2 items. It also doesn't show the percentage, so we have no idea how good it is. First, I'll just give my first impression, I guess. The first one is Unity set, increased dual attack chance. So this one is very situational, I think. I'm not quite sure how good this could be. It seemed to me it would be pretty good in terms of farming, I guess. If you have a Zest or a Vildred and you increase more dual attack, there's just more chance to defeat more monster. So I see that in terms of farming PvE, I think I can see that being pretty useful. Immunity set grants immunity to self for 1 turn at the start of battle. Now this one I can see it being very useful in PvP in the arena. Most enemies on their first turn, they have like an AoE attack that provoke well, there's some that provoke, but they do debuffs on the first turn. So if you have this set on, you are pretty much immune from that attack for the first turn. So I can see this being quite common in arena, and honestly it might be a little annoying because it might just drag on the battle, but it's interesting. We'll see how it goes. It's because you are also losing attack power from using attack set or speed set. So we'll see how that goes. And the next one, rage set, increased damage dealt if the target has a debuff. So this one's very situational in terms of your team. I can see that for Bao and Cesar, this could be pretty useful for him. because most of his skill involves doing debuff, and his S2 increases damage based on the amount of debuff the enemy has. So I can see this being situational as pretty good for characters like Bao and Cesar, or if you build a team around debuffs. That's pretty interesting. It definitely introduced more element of strategy in this game. So yeah, so it's all those are so far great news. So we got the Labyrinth, and we got the new set, and so what's next? 4 and 5 star character stat increase. So they are increasing the stats for 4 star and 5 star character. For 4 star character, they increasing health, attack, defense, and speed by 3%. And for 5 star characters, they are increasing health, attack, defense, speed by 6%. So that's actually pretty significant. For me, I like this definitely, because I personally use mostly 4 and 5 star. I just feel like 4 and 5 star, they're harder to get, so there's more of a rarity to them. I just like using characters that are a little bit more rare. So I don't mind this buff. Always buff is good. Usually I'm not a huge fan of nerf, which we'll see a little bit later. But it's okay. It depends on how they well, they don't want to call it nerf. They want to call it rebalancing, but we'll see how that goes when we find out the data next week. But I have a feeling that the rebalancing shouldn't be too bad, because Ravi and Curious was already rebalanced before it came out in global, and we still think that they both are really good, right? Ravi is still really good. Curious is like a boss killer. So I think the rebalancing shouldn't be too bad. And so moving on, this next one is called skill rebalancing. So this one is just talk about the amount of Molagara that it takes to level up skill. So they're pretty much going to rebalance this so that 4 and 5 star character do not need as much Molagara. And so if you had already enhanced your skill, they will compensate you based on the access cost. So that's pretty cool. That's definitely great. Because of the heavy cost, I've only leveled up certain skill to like +1 or +2. It is definitely very expensive. So this is a good sign, very good sign. Moving on. Okay, combat and character balance adjustment. So they don't call it nerf, they call it a balance adjustment. So the first thing they are doing is they are decreasing the buff for defense by 15%. So the reasoning for this is that they just don't want like all the difficulty content is almost like mandatory. You need like a defensive buff, or you just can't clear the content. So they wanted to make it so that you don't have to have a must to use a certain strategy. So that's why they're decreasing the buff to the defense. Not to say that it is completely unusable. I think it's still usable. It's just they decreasing it so that it isn't mandatory that you have to have someone on your team that has increased buff just to beat the content. So that's that. Of course, a lot of heroes are affected by this. A lot of heroes like tank that needs defense as part of their damage, or even people like Elson, obviously, that increase defense with the stats. All those guys are affected. I'm not sure how much affected it is, but I feel like they're still usable. So that's that rebalancing according to the defense. I think they mentioned that I think they mentioned somewhere that because they're doing that, they're also gonna have a patch that is scheduled to decrease the attack in some PvE content, just to balance it out in the adventure mode and abyss, so that like I said, you aren't required to always have someone like that has a defense buff just to beat those stages. So that's that. Okay, so characters facing improvement include Dingo, Kali, Euphine, and Bao and Cezanne. So yep, all those characters definitely need a buff. I personally only have Colleen and Bao and Cezanne in my accounts. I feel like Bao Cezanne is decent. He's not terrible. So, but So getting a buff for him is definitely good. Euphine, during one of my rerolls, I did get Euphine, but I ended up getting too greedy and didn't get another 5-star on the 110 roll, so I had to abandon that. But the times I used Euphine, she did seem kind of unimpressive. Most of her skill involves clearing debuff, but then she also has a really high cooldown on all those attack, and I just don't feel like she does a whole lot of damage. So it's good that she's getting a buff. So now characters that are going to face a downgrade. Okay, so a lot of people who uses the Holy Trinity is not going to be too happy about it. So Tierria, Elson, Ricoris, the Holy Trinity are getting a downgrade. Also the Church of Eros Axe, aka Axe God, and the artifact Sasha Itanis. So all those are getting a downgrade. So I don't know how to feel about it. I guess it's okay. I mean, if they feel like all the tough content can be beaten with certain characters, strategies like this, then they do want to rebalance it a little bit. So I guess it's understandable. I'm always on the side where I believe that it's better to buff other characters than to downgrade certain characters, but you know, it makes sense a little bit as well. The thing I have a problem with this is that I don't like that they're downgrading the Moonlight characters like Ricoris and the Axe God. I don't like that they are downgrading them because it's already so difficult to get Moonlight characters, and so now if they're gonna downgrade those two, then when we get a Moonlight summon, if it's anything less than a 4-star and 5-star, it's just gonna be pretty bad. The Moonlight character is so difficult to get already, so I do not agree that they should downgrade Moonlight characters. So I feel like they should have left Ricoris and Axe God alone. Axe God maybe he's okay because his specialty change will come soon, so they can still kind of buff him up a little bit. But yeah, Tierria, Elson, users, people that have already upgraded these characters up to like 6-star, whatnot. And if you feel like you might have wasted your effort, don't worry. They are gonna give you compensation. They will give you a what do they call it? Recall. They're gonna do something called recall, where you can actually get back your gold, experience, promotion ingredient, awakening ingredient, Molagara, and catalyst that was used to nurture this character in your account. So that's pretty great. If people who are people who invested in those characters, got them all to the 6-star, and you feel like, oh man, now they got downgraded, I don't want to use those characters anymore, they will give you a recall option to return those ingredients back to you. And that also include prior heroes that got nerfed, including Ravi and Kiris. But Ravi is still pretty good in my opinion, so I don't recommend getting that. And Kiris is a pretty good boss killer, especially ones that are not immune to poison. So that's pretty much their balancing, and they're compensating you for it. And so moving on, some more exciting things to come in next week update. They will be adding a Archdemon Force challenge, and the next side story for the Eulogy for Saint. So we get to know more of the rest of the story with Diane and the side story. They're gonna introduce new artifacts and new Moonlight characters. So number one, and they give a little sneak peek right here. This one is Chloe. So it's a Moonlight version of Chloe, and I know that there's also other Moonlight characters that we haven't gotten that I know in Korean server they have it. One is like a Moonlight version of Serato. I think when people look at the journal, there was like a Moonlight version of Sid. So anything can happen. But yeah, we got a sneak peek of a Moonlight version of Chloe. So that's pretty cool. And then what else? New specialty changes. Okay, so probably like what they discussed in the previous development note. Hazel, that one dog character, I forgot his name, and Axe God. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it for this update. And so yeah, a lot of exciting things to come for next week. So definitely looking forward to that, guys. I know a lot of people might be very disappointed that they are downgrading some of the useful 3-star. Some people might feel like this makes it so that it's less free to play. Definitely seems more toward pay to win content. But the thing is, I think that it's not too. I don't think the downgrade is gonna be too bad because Ravi and Curious received downgrade before and they're not too terrible. And I think they just don't want the game to go toward a path where you have to use one certain strategy to clear all content, and just being able to use all 3-star to do that. I think that they don't want to do that. They wanted to make it so that it's more appealing to get 4 and 5-star characters. So that's kind of their thoughts. And like I said, I always prefer using 4-star and 5-star characters just because of the rarity. And so I did hesitate to level up Tierra, Elson, Recurse, because I knew that a downgrade was coming. But yeah, that's the update. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. I honestly think there's a lot more positive than negative that's coming. So yeah, I think it's pretty exciting for what's to come in this game. So yeah, so that's the update. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to do some summons. So in my previous video, I did say that DN, if you're free to play, you don't really want to try to get DN because DN is a supporter, she's not a healer. You want to fill up your other roles before you try to get DN. And I also said that there's characters like Elson who can kind of do what she does, but now that they are going to downgrade Elson and they also going to increase the stat of 4-star and 5-star character, all of a sudden it makes DN a lot more appealing to try to get. I'm only going to do 18 summon here just so I can get to do another Moonlight summon. I'm actually not really gonna out to get DN. If I don't get DN, that's fine. I just have that craving to summon and then do another Moonlight summon. I was hoping that it would be a crowd banner, but maybe it'll come in the future. Because we are in sync with the Korean version, and I think they had it like 3 banners ago, so it was for them. It's kind of hard for them to do it again. So yeah, without further ado, let's do the 18 summon. Like I said, not really expecting anything. So we're gonna start off with an artifact. Ooh, another 3-star artifact. Can't skip this one, so this is new. Gale of Blood. Can't skip this one either. I have a new character, but it's 3-star.
You finally called for me?
Oh, no, I didn't call for you, Rima. I did not call for you. You heard that wrong. Man, okay, a lot of artifacts. Another artifact I don't have. Ooh, a lot of artifacts. I guess more artifact also means that I can level up my other artifacts. It definitely seems to be pretty difficult to level up your artifacts. You need other artifacts or you get the charms, and those kind of hard to come by.
I'm always sad.
Okay, you making me sad with all this terrible pulls. Wow, another 3-star I don't have. Oh, Jet.
I will do my best to live up to your expectations.
Alright, Jet. Okay, okay, so I got 8 more summon. This one's a hero for sure. Ah, it's a 3-star. Wait, it's a 4-star. 4-star hero. Okay, I got
Innocent will
Corvus.
always be saved, you damned fools.
I have so many fire hero on this account. A lot of 5-star fire heroes. Well, that's cool, cool. Welcome, Corvus.
Don't you dare look down on me! I will gore you!
Alright, Helga, calm down here. Ah, Misty Chain again. Boy, a lot of artifact. Okay. Okay, 4 more summon. 4 more summon. So far, not much luck. I did get 1 4-star. Oh, Misty Chain. There is no radar for you. Why? Wow. Curious. Oh, that's my first cure in this account.
Did you call me?
I do not mind because I do like Curious. Would have loved to have Curious earlier because she's always my go-to unit to beat 10-10. But since I didn't get her, I had to use a friend Curious to beat the boss. Okay, so okay, one more. Can we get something out of this? No, we get Carmen Rose. She is a good unit. I'm just hesitating to level her up. Actually, not in this account. I have Aramitha and Bao and Cesar, so I don't need to level up a mage in this account. All right, Transit Stone. That's what it's called. So gold Transit Stone. So now I got 6.
What do you think?
They're gonna get a Galaxy Bookmark. Woo, what are we going to get? So far it's been pretty disappointing in all those summon. 18 summon, pretty disappointing. I think I only got Corvus. So hopefully this is where all my luck goes to. This is where all the luck is. And it's always nerve-wracking. So I'll be happy just to be a 4-star, to be honest. A lot of the 4-star unit in Moonlight is very usable. A lot of 3-stars, you know, Recorus was obviously, Recorus and Axe God was obviously 2 that was very useful 3-star, but now that they're getting nerfed, see, I didn't like them nerfing Moonlight, so now you don't really even want to get them. I hear Doris is okay. I haven't really looked into a kit, but I hear she's okay. And so yeah, anything that's 4-star and above, I'll be happy. 3-star, I really don't want, since they 3-stars are not gonna be as good. I mean, not as good as 4 and 5-star because they're getting a stat boost. And some of the more useful one, right, Land Recorus and Axe God is getting downgraded. Alright, okay, this is nervous. Okay, come on. No 3-star. Anything but 3-star. 4-star and above, okay, man. I've been getting pretty bad luck. Hopefully this is where it is at. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. Oh, come on. 3-star? Oh!
Please, call me Lorena.
Oh, my Lorena. If you see my last pool video in my other account, I summoned and I got Lorena as well. Oh boy. So sad, Lorena. Getting a free unit is so sad. And in this account, I'm not even planning to raise Lorena because it takes so long just to grind for everything. I have one other account that I'm grinding for Lorena. For this one, I'm more trying to get Yuna, which is gonna be pretty rough. Getting those 3 blazing soul is gonna be very, very difficult. One of my accounts is already trying to do that, and I've pretty much done that world difficulty stage for blazing soul the past 2 days, and I've only gotten 1, and I thought maybe I was really lucky that time too, so still need 2 more for that. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Very disappointed. I got a Lorena. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, I think this video is long enough, guys. But yeah, so yeah, let me know what you guys think about the developer node. What do you feel like about the rebalancing to the characters and whatnot? And so yeah, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care, and take care, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.